Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. Have you ever wondered what intelligence really means? Is it just about scoring high on an IQ test, or is there more to it? Introduction to intelligence. Well, the concept of intelligence has intrigued psychologists and researchers for centuries, sparking a multitude of theories and perspectives. Some see intelligence as a single, general ability, while others argue it's a set of distinct abilities. It's not just about cognitive prowess or how many facts you can memorize. Intelligence encompasses so much more. It's about understanding and managing emotions. That's emotional intelligence. It's about thinking outside the box and coming up with innovative solutions. That's creativity. And it's about applying what you know to real-life situations. That's practical intelligence. So as you can see, intelligence is a complex, multifaceted concept. It's like a diamond with numerous faces, each reflecting a different aspect of our abilities. Dive in with us as we explore the evolution of theories of intelligence, from Thorndike to Gardner. Thorndike's theory of intelligence. Our journey begins with Edward Thorndike, an American psychologist who proposed the theory of connectionism. Thorndike was a pioneer in the field of intelligence, and he saw it as a complex tapestry of mental connections formed through experience and learning. He suggested that our intelligence is shaped by the bonds we form between stimuli and responses. Think of it as a mental map, where each problem we encounter and solve strengthens the connections between certain stimuli and their appropriate responses. Thorndike also introduced the concept of trial and error learning, which he believed was a fundamental process in human cognition. He proposed that we learn by making mistakes, then adjusting our responses based on the outcomes. This, he argued, was the essence of problem solving and a key aspect of intelligence. Thorndike laid the groundwork for understanding intelligence as a multifaceted entity. His theory of connectionism still influences our understanding of intelligence and learning today. Spearman's general intelligence. Next, we encounter Charles Spearman, who introduced the concept of general intelligence. Spearman, a British psychologist, was a pioneer in the field of intelligence, and his work has had a profound impact on our understanding of this complex concept. Spearman suggested the existence of a G factor, or general intelligence, that underpins all cognitive abilities. This G factor, according to Spearman, is a measure of an individual's universal cognitive capability. Whether you're solving a complex mathematical problem, creating a piece of art, or strategizing for a game of chess, Spearman believed that a single, overarching intelligence was at play. It's like a mental engine, powering all cognitive activities. However, it's important to note that Spearman's theory was not without its critics. Many argued that intelligence is not a single unified entity, but rather a collection of distinct abilities. Despite the controversy, Spearman's G-factor theory has remained influential in the field. For Spearman, intelligence was a unified entity, a perspective that sparked much debate. Thurstone's multiple primary mental abilities. Challenging Spearman's theory, Louis Thurstone proposed the theory of multiple primary mental abilities. He suggested that intelligence is not a single entity, but rather a collection of 7 distinct skills. First, there's verbal comprehension, which is the ability to understand and interpret written and spoken language. Second, we have word fluency, the capacity to produce language quickly and effectively. Third on Thurstone's list is number facility, which is all about mathematical abilities. Fourth is spatial visualization, the skill to visualize and manipulate objects in one's mind. Then there's associative memory, the ability to recall facts, figures, or events. Sixth is perceptual speed, the skill to identify visual similarities and differences quickly. And lastly, we have reasoning, the ability to find rules and trends in seemingly unrelated information. Each of these abilities, according to Thurstone, operates independently, though they may interact and influence each other in various ways. Thurstone expanded our understanding of intelligence, showing it to be more diverse and complex. Cattell's fluid and crystallized intelligence. Further expanding on the multifaceted nature of intelligence, Raymond Cattell introduced the concept of fluid and crystallized intelligence. This theory suggests that our intelligence is not just a single static entity, but rather a dynamic interplay of 2 distinct types. Fluid intelligence refers to the ability to think logically and solve problems in novel situations, independent of acquired knowledge. It's about being able to adapt and respond to new challenges using pure reasoning power. On the other hand, crystallized intelligence involves the ability to use skills, knowledge, and experience. It's not about solving new problems, but rather applying what we've already learned to handle familiar situations. Crystallized intelligence grows and expands as we age and accumulate more knowledge and understanding. This dual perspective offers a more comprehensive view of our cognitive abilities. With Cattell, we see intelligence as a combination of innate ability and learned knowledge. Guilford's structure of intellect model. Moving forward, J.P. Guilford proposed a more comprehensive model, the structure of intellect model. This model is a three-dimensional cube that outlines the breadth of our cognitive abilities. It emphasizes three dimensions: operations, content, and products. Guilford's operations refer to the mental processes we use, such as cognition, memory, and divergent thinking. Content signifies the type of information we process. Is it visual, semantic, symbolic? The products, on the other hand, are the results of these operations, which can range from simple recognition to complex systems. Unlike previous models, Guilford's structure of intellect sees intelligence as a combination of different abilities rather than a single general factor. It suggests that we have distinct intellectual abilities that can work independently or together, depending on the task at hand. This model also highlights the role of creativity and divergent thinking in intelligence, which were often overlooked in earlier theories. Guilford's model broadened the scope of intelligence, incorporating creativity and divergent thinking. Gardner's multiple intelligences. Finally, we arrive at Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences, a revolutionary perspective on the concept of intelligence. Gardner proposed that intelligence is not a single entity, but rather a collection of diverse abilities and skills. He identified 8 distinct types of intelligences, each one a unique way in which individuals understand and perceive the world. Firstly, there's linguistic intelligence, the ability to use and understand words and language. Then there's logical mathematical intelligence, which involves reasoning and problem-solving skills. We also have spatial intelligence, the ability to visualize and understand the world in 3 dimensions. Musical intelligence allows people to create, play, and appreciate music. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence refers to physical agility and balance. Interpersonal intelligence is about understanding and interacting with others. Intrapersonal intelligence is about understanding oneself. And lastly, there's naturalistic intelligence, the ability to interact with nature and the environment. With Gardner, we understand that intelligence is not one-dimensional, but a diverse range of abilities and skills. Process theories of intelligence. Beyond these theories, there are also process theories of intelligence that focus on how we process information. Process theories concentrate more on the how, rather than the what of intelligence. They delve into the cognitive processes that underline intelligent behavior, rather than just focusing on the outcomes. One such theory is Sternberg's triarchic theory of intelligence. Sternberg proposed that intelligence is not just a single unified ability, but is rather composed of 3 distinct types of intelligence: analytical, creative, and practical. Analytical intelligence, often referred to as problem-solving intelligence, helps us to evaluate, analyze, compare, and contrast information. Creative intelligence, on the other hand, is used when we are encountering a completely new task and have to think creatively to solve it. Lastly, practical intelligence is the intelligence we use in our everyday lives to adapt to our environment. Another significant process theory is the PASS theory, which stands for planning, attention, simultaneous, and successive. This theory, proposed by Das, Naglieri, and Kirby, suggests that our cognitive processes can be divided into these 4 categories. Planning involves setting goals and choosing the right strategies. Attention refers to our ability to selectively focus on a particular stimulus while ignoring others. Simultaneous processing involves integrating separate pieces of information into a single group, while successive processing requires us to integrate information in a specific serial order. Process theories like Sternberg's and PASS provide a more comprehensive perspective on intelligence by focusing not just on the outcomes, but on the processes involved in intelligent behavior. They suggest that intelligence is not a static entity, but a dynamic process that involves various cognitive functions. These theories stress the importance of understanding the ways in which we process information and how this impacts our intelligent behavior. They highlight that intelligence is not just about the final answer or solution, but also about the journey we take to get there. Intelligence, as we see, is a complex and multifaceted concept that continues to evolve and expand. So, what does intelligence mean to you now? It's a complex concept, isn't it? We started unraveling this intricate web with Thorndike's theory, which emphasized the role of trial and error in intelligence. We then moved to Spearman's general intelligence, highlighting the importance of a single, overarching intellectual capacity. Thurstone introduced us to the idea of multiple primary mental abilities, while Cattell broke down intelligence into fluid and crystallized facets. Guilford expanded our understanding with his structure of intellect model, proposing over 150 different intellectual abilities. Then, Gardner painted a holistic picture of intelligence, emphasizing its diversity through his theory of multiple intelligences. Finally, we delved into the process theories of intelligence, which focus on the cognitive processes underlying our intellectual abilities. Remember, intelligence is not just about being book smart. It's about how well you adapt to new situations, solve problems, and learn from experience. Adapting to new situations and problem solving are key aspects of intelligence. It's a lifelong journey of learning, growing, and evolving. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe and follow the Psychology and Physical Training channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.